Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. As you all know, I am Ishan and this is going to be my first podcast. I just want to help CA student or ACCA student who want to choose this as a career. So I really have a personal opinion. If you want to start CA, ACCA, CPA as your career, or you want to pursue this career, to pursue this, one should have a word with the person who is already living this life, who is already enjoying this life. So to help with this, I just have asked my friend CA Anu Singh to help us with this thing, and she's our guest for today, and she will tell us about her CA journey. She's working with a Big Four, and if you guys will have any question, you can tell us in comments. And I also have prepared a list of the questions that I'm gonna ask her. So we have CA Anu with us today. So hi Anu.
Hi, Shan.
How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I know we have talked about this for a very long time that
Yeah.
we are going to do a podcast about it, and now it's happening. So it's great.
Yeah, thanks for accepting my request, Anu.
Always, always.
Yeah. Let's start with this thing. I have prepared a list of questions, but now it is not with me. And that is fine, I believe. That is fine. So, you have completed chartered accountancy, already working with the Big Four. How life feels now?
It's good, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It's very different from what we used to feel
Mm-hmm.
back then
Mm-hmm.
while we were preparing for CA, of course. A lot of factors has came in since then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, altogether it's good, but we can also talk about it in detail maybe later on.
Yeah, that's fine. So let's talk about your CA journey, Anu. Like if you have to tell about your CA journey, how you started.
I think this answer is like different for a lot of people. For some people, there's a family generation of CAs.
Mm-hmm.
For some, it's like more about funding because it's cheap
Yeah.
and people would love to. But for me, my aspiration was I don't want to be the part of the crowd. And I think this profession really helps you to be
Stand out.
yeah, stand out in
Yeah,
the
from
crowd.
others.
Correct. I mean, if I talk in more detail,
Mm-hmm.
I remember clearly just after the 10th standard, there were like 7 or 8 standards in 11th,
Mm-hmm.
and out of 7 or 8, all the 7 standards were assigned to
Mm-hmm.
science student,
Mhm.
and there was just one standard for commerce student, and it was a class of like 60 70 people. Out of 60 70 people, only 10 people were pursuing CA,
Yeah.
and by the time they finished, there were only like 2 or 3 kids left who were able to clear their exam.
Nice thing. And do you recommend CA nowadays? If yes, then why? And this, I know this is a controversial question. So, but do you recommend CA nowadays? It-
Uh,
because this now the things have been changed
See,
when we started, and now it's different. Yeah.
as you
Yeah.
mentioned, it is a controversial
Yes, it
question.
is. It is. I know. Yeah.
And there's a lot of factors as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would still recommend people to
Mm-hmm.
pursue CA, but if you're doing for the sake of just doing it, don't do it,
Mm-hmm.
because it's required. It asks for a lot of sacrifices, it asks for a lot of hard work. And if you're not ready to give that, don't do it. Just because every other person is pursuing CA, I would still say no.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, I did it back like 7 8 years back,
Mm-hmm.
and started it like even longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
The time was very different.
Yeah.
The environment was very different. So in the current scenario with the AI and
Yeah.
advanced technology, I think we also need to take in consideration of all these factors, and need to understand only doing CA would not be enough. You need to be more upgrading yourself with the technology and the tools, and make yourself relevant out
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
because just a degree will not
Yeah.
help.
So Anu, since we have asked about CA, so let's talk about other courses as well. Nowadays we have ACCAs, CPA, CFA, and I know you work with these guys, ACCA, CPA. And if you have to compare, not in comparison, I would say, like if you have to guide us, if do you go for CA, if you have to suggest someone and thinks to do CA or ACCA, CPA, if you can help us how one can decide, since you are already working with these folks. So
Well, whatever the job demands,
Mhm.
I think your degree will be effective that manner.
Mhm.
But also, you need to understand what will be your field once you start working. So, if you're working in an Indian firm, of course, they want to have a CA.
Yes, yes.
If you want to go in fund management or other portfolio kind of profile, you have to have CFA,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it depends on what field you want to pursue later on. And like today, you really need to put thought in it before you start any course.
Yeah.
Like, what will be the relevance of this particular course, whatever you're pursuing right now, after 5 years, 10 years? Because now, even if you talk about CA or accountancy jobs, surface level job will be redundant in like maximum 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
AI
Yes.
will take over everything.
Yes. Yes.
So if you're thinking you'll just, understand basic accountancy and clear your exams, it will not be helpful for
Right,
you. You
right.
really need to get into analytical part and really need to understand like what you're doing, because if you're doing it surface level, it's not gonna work for you.
Yeah, that's fine, and good point, I would say. But like, I'm just coming from a very basic understanding. I'm just going to 11th standard, and I'm just thinking, I'm very confused. Should I do CA, ACCA? Like, how will I decide? Like, at this stage, it's quite confusing. We don't know what kind of life we're gonna live, and how will I be able to decide? Like, should I go for Indian firms, or do I want to work with? I know everyone have a little bit basic idea. I want to do this. Still, to be very sure about this, what I'm doing, if you can guide us. I know, because you choose what you want to do, and not everybody can do that. So I believe you are the right person to ask for this question.
Yeah, so I basically have an experience of auditing background.
Yes.
Both of the profiles are very demanding.
Yes.
And there is some professional decorum that is always expected out of you. And yes, the job is very demanding.
Right.
Long hours,
It
long
is.
working
It
hours.
is.
And it's not physical, but it's very exhausting mentally. So if you have that in you, go for it. But I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's really fun as well. Like, at the end of the day, you can feel that you have learned a lot from your job. And that experience, that ability to hold that knowledge and able to give out that in your job is very satisfactory. So I would say choose your profile very wisely.
Yeah.
Choosing a course is not the question, but choosing your profile as a fresher is very important, because I've seen this thing. As a fresher, we are very fragile, and
Yeah.
we just tend to grab whatever opportunities out there. But try to research, try to look out for your interest, research about it, talk to people about it. And once you're able to understand, okay, my interest is in taxation or auditing or XYZ, then try to look out for those jobs. Just don't grab anything, any first offer that you have.
Right.
And I think that's going to shape your entire career later on. So, Ishan, talking about experience, I think you also have a lot of experience in Big Four. You have done like work with
PwC.
three Big Fours. You have also worked with mediocre firm and also done your practice and huge amount of experience. Now, looking back, what do you think will be the best course of action for somebody who is coming as a fresher? Should they go for Big Four? Should they go for mediocre firms, or they should start their own practice? What would you say?
If I have to talk about mine, I would say that was all my mistakes. Like, I'm that sort of person who really don't know what he wants to do. Like, I was never really so sure. Like you were aware what you want to do. I was never sure what I want to do. So I tried everything. Like, I was just switching jobs. Have done Big Fours, tried practicing, now doing podcasts. But after doing so many things, I really got some clarity, like what I really want to do, what I do enjoy, what I do not enjoy. So that really helps me. I will not say that's mistake, that's a lesson, I would say. And it really helped me to get some experience, what I like, basically, what kind of person I am, what kind of working style I like. So that was initial phase things, but that really helped me to grow as a professional.
Just like I mentioned it before, that you need to get out there, get more exposure, need to have like understanding what you really want in life, and that will only come by experience, not sitting at home and listening to podcasts.
And if I have to answer your question, like one should go for a mid-size Big Four or do something else. So I have tried it all, and I would suggest, like, if you also can try, if you're not so sure what you want to do. But if inside you feel you really want to do something of your own, then I would say practice is for you. Not typical traditional practice. There are so many things in the practice itself that feels like a business itself. And if you really think like you want to do a job and you want to go to office and you want to have a team working with you, so then you should try for a job. Like what you feel from inside, one should do that. I was not that so sure, so I tried everything, and then now I have some clarity what I really want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to add here, like when people talk about Big Four is just not working in practice. It also incorporate the corporate life. And I think for corporate life, you don't have to acquire CA degree to experience that. Corporate life, if life is just corporate life, like,
Yeah.
there is gonna be demand for a lot of things in the organization, and it will not restrict you to only to acquire that degree. And be it like if you are from engineering background or any other field, I think that live experience is something very different. So if you are thinking of going to Big Four, be ready. The corporate life demands a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Since we are talking about corporate life, Anu,
yeah,
and I know your journey, I have seen your journey very closely.
yeah.
And you're really doing great in corporate life. Like I'm that sort of person, like who struggled a lot to live in a corporate life. I'm a different kind of person,
Yeah,
you
you're
know.
a free spirit.
Yeah, I
kind
am
of
a
person, I
free
get it.
spirit, we can
Yeah.
say that. But you are doing really great. So what is the secret behind it? Like there must be some things that is working in your favor. And I have saw your journey. You get promoted on time and you're doing great things, getting good ratings. And I'm sort of person who is working very hard, still not getting that much result. So what are the things working in your favor in corporate?
I won't say you're not getting result. I would say you want different thing from life.
Yes.
And if you really want to know, like if I'll tell you the truth, initially I was very workaholic. I used to just work, and I used to think that my work will speak for me. But that is not the truth. Work doesn't speak for you. You need to speak for yourself.
Yes.
And that's what I was talking about. The corporate life is very different from your professional life. You have to be professional. Yet again, you have to be out there. And the term that goes around is visibility. Whatever you are doing, you need to get it highlighted. And that corporate skill everybody needs to develop. And there's one more thing is like whatever you're doing, please try to put your heart into it, not just for the sake of doing it, because it will get very hard for you as well. When if I ask you to just do something, Ishan, and you don't want to do it, if you don't want to do it, just say straight away, no, I can't do it, I don't relate to it. But if you are doing it, go in, get into it. Like, why are we doing it? Question people. Okay, you are asking me to do something, and why? What's the reason behind it? So I think that questionable mind will help you really grow further.
So you are saying first do it and then say, yes, I did it. So somehow like you are telling to management and it's a big organization, nobody knows what you are doing.
I think we Indians have a problem of just following the instruction. Don't just follow the
don't go rules based
flow. Go against it and you will go further.
One thing I will highlight in this corporate thing, like you are the right person to ask for this. I know that you live corporate life very gracefully and like you live that life, and for a person like there is a big team and someone is saying something to you and you are feeling disheartened and say, so how do you survive in this corporate culture? Like some people find it very toxic and they can't survive and they do not want to live life, but you are doing it very gracefully. And
I
so
think
any mantra that's working for you?
The word you're looking for is boundaries. You really need to set your boundaries. If it's your senior, if you don't like something, go up front and be very polite. You don't have to be rude to somebody. Just tell them, oh, I get what you're saying, but you don't have to be that mean or micromanage all the time.
Be kind and honest.
But you have to be very subtle about it as well. And if you ever feel like the situation is going out of hand, try to tackle it with more grace. And if it is a junior, be nice to them, because you don't want your old toxic trait that are coming from your senior, you don't want to pass it on to your senior. So be nice to everybody. You at the end of the day, you need to get your work done, whether it is by being nice or being mean. At times you have to be a leader and you have to be strict to the juniors, so that, because if you're always nice to them, they'll take you for granted. So you need to keep on switching your roles. And also you need to understand you are there for working, not to make relationship. So I would suggest be professional, work hard, get yourself highlighted.
That's the important thing.
Highlight visibility.
So you are saying be the senior you needed when you were a junior.
Yes.
So we can summarize it this way.
Yeah.
So my last question, Anu, to you will be, you have already achieved major milestone. Chartered accountancy, India's toughest course, I would say, that days especially, now as well, and already working in corporate, worked with big fours, and I know you are living a great life and enjoying your life as well. What next, Anu? What inspires you? Like, what next in career now?
I think the struggle never ends, learning never ends.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for new certifications
Yeah,
and
still you're looking
yeah,
for
still
certificate.
studying,
Ah,
still going for higher studies. Like this will never end. I used to think that okay, CA will
mm-hmm.
be the end of all my study life,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I think you need to upgrade yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pursuing new courses now,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully you'll see new certification on my LinkedIn soon.
So you
Yeah.
still want to study more, still want to
Even if
achieve
I don't
more.
want to, I have to keep myself upgraded.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
And apart from my professional life, I think I'm also looking out for new experiences
Mhm.
because that's very important.
Yeah. To
Working,
add on, she visits frequently different countries, and I know she loves to. She's an experiencer and loves to visit,
yeah, I
loves
think
to explore.
this all will end one day and you will be sitting alone in your room and you need to have a lot of memories
Mhm.
for that time, and corporate life or CA will not be there in your
Mhm.
memories for sure.
Yeah,
So you have to make sure that you
yeah,
make good memories,
yeah,
have good friends who call you
yeah.
on podcast, have a lot of good
Yeah,
food.
yeah. I'm adding. I said that it was the last question, but I'm adding one more. So, what keeps you going?
I think it's just the life.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having me,
you.
Shan.
Thanks for your time, Anu.
Bye.
Really appreciate it. And
Okay.
if you guys will be having any questions from Anu, I believe you can reach out to her LinkedIn, and I believe she will answer your questions. Right, Anu? Thank you.